Hello, beautiful fellow human being. Whoops. Shoot. Dang it. Trying to draw it out first. Been back in the practice of doing that. I just drew it the exact same orientation. Hope everyone who sees this is having a golden evening, morning. I think it's like 1:30. I don't know what it is about this time. It seems to be the time I pop on here. Just the silence is super thick. And I haven't really gotten it in me to go out and about, so can't really walk down the street here either at night. So here's a hackle feather. And I'll do the same. I'm not sure if I should put the dumbbell eyes on top or on the bottom. I feel like if I do it on the bottom, I should get a longer shank hook. I always feel like I'm taking, well, no, disregard that. Because they're short shank hooks. I always feel like I'm losing a bunch of that gape. But dumbbell eyes on the bottom or the top? I will say they're nice and sturdy hooks. So sometimes when I try to do a, like, with them on the bottom, or is that the top of the hook? So it rides hook point up, the fly kind of swims at an angle, and I haven't really been able to hone in on that at all, so I think I might keep it to the bottom. Here's a shorty. And yeah, because I want a bulkier head without tying the bucktail backwards. I can't do that thread dam very well yet. And I'm supposing I'll get around to that eventually. There's infinite techniques. It's highly addicting. So, looking for feather. Feather filing cabinet. Yes. I'm gonna do exactly like the one last night. So, tonight, man, I have made not a dent, but I'm doing it object by object. And by object, I mean like screwdriver bit by screwdriver bit, just anything, because who knows what the hell the economy is doing, and I'm not gonna just like throw away a bunch of stuff because it's not organized. Like, I'm talking random boxes, screws, other like nozzles and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know what I'll do with nozzles, but there isn't an irrigation system here. It's always confused me. My dad did irrigation, but yeah, there's never. However, I can never obviously do it for employment, but I will say I can install an irrigation system, like clock and all, but I've gotten to break that out once. A friend's dad, when planting something, I think, broke a bit of pipe and I was able to fix it. Irrigation's really big down here, Florida, a lot of landscaping. Which is also really big down here, landscaping. It's pretty ideal, honestly, their setup. My dad did irrigation, and his best friend did landscaping. Perfect. I'm gonna just throw on one of these guys, because this, oh, no, it's not. Thinking aggressive. Color eyes. Red. I want to see how eyes would do. Oh, Victoria, thank you so much. For some reason, like, I haven't sat down much today, so it's perfect. I gotta try to take a picture. Oh, shoot. Well, I could use this. Can I stand this up? No. Stand it up with it. Okay, good enough. Alright, let me just hold it up with tweezers. I still can't process, like, thoughts, but that's fine. Oh! Shoot. Oh, shit! It looks perfect, and, like, you know, back to my zero experience, sure. Exactly what, like, I'm going for, yes. Holy shoot. I don't know why I turned to, like, I was gonna show someone. Oh! I was holding those tweezers for dear life, so. I just gotta, I don't have the initial ones where, I mean, I've one that I didn't finish yet with the orange. But, so, essentially these, you know, which I really like these, crafter ones, which I'm still, needing to make a ton of these. Hey, Victoria, holy shit! I mean, yeah, well, hey, good. But, I just took a picture. In passing, because, like, I haven't been able to, like, I don't know, just like focus enough to do more than scroll and listen to music from my phone and hit live in the middle of the night. But I saw your comment on Facebook about adding lead eyes to it, and it's the perfect fit. So now I was gonna tie this a slightly different way to fix that spot, but it's the perfect spot for the eyes. So much appreciated. Also, that's the goal for the craft fur. It's like tied in half. But waiting for the black to get here, which it won't be here until next week, I think. The Senyo's ice stub. But this, which the other one has grizzly, craft fur, grizzly craft fur, but this is essentially the precursor to this. You can't even see the yellow in it, but there's yellow over the chartreuse. And it's not finished. I still have to put resin and eyes, but this was like maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm really, really, really stoked. I have to remember to order a green bucktail, because adding that with the lime makes that gradient that like I really like how it came out. So oh, I thought I tied it on the other. So I'm gonna zoom in on in here. But it fit like a glove. It was like a Cinderella slipper. So, now I could look at comments. I can't stand looking at. No, I can't. It's not looking at the. I can't stand trying to read the comments when I'm not zoomed out, because, you know, clearly, like, I can see up close fine, but from afar, maybe not so much. I don't want to talk about it, and I'm not getting glasses. I don't want to affect my vision at all. I'm like, have to do one thing. So, yeah, Polyon. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule, but it feels like just a horse shite when I say it now, because zero success. But I tried to go to sleep early, and, you know, I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything. I have like the worst nightmares. They're the most disorienting pieces of garbage cinema possible. They used to be great, very exploratory. Maybe I need to get back into watching sci-fi movies and not like the world is ending, current events, because, yeah, I haven't watched news, but that doesn't mean I haven't been watching like the world is ending stuff. But anyway, yeah, it checks out. But I totally forgot what I was saying there. Hey, Barracuda. Oh yeah, so I found a video on Twitter, of all places, which, I'll be real, I follow like, I'm not sure how many people, but when I scroll, I don't see them unless like they posted and I haven't caught up with the stream. Hey Wally, how's your night going? Oh yeah. I have been pretty lately, like lately definitely just been pretty much listening to music, but yeah, on a broad scale, you know, I would put myself in the category of new film releases being controlled disclosure. So, but yeah, lately I've been just listening to music anyway. The the dreams are really just disorienting, and I found a clip on Twitter of gameplay, um, like a military-themed game coming out of a helicopter, like tethered, and just the point of view is just like, you know, swinging around. And like it said on the top, like my dreams for some reason or something like that. As like for real dead on. That like disorienting, like just like a camera on a rope rather than. But I don't really remember him or anything, and like I don't even know how him until, you know, I get the treat of someone telling me of all these fancy sounds I was making in my sleep, which is nice. My mom, oh, nice. My mom said I sounded like I was in combat, so whatever that means. I don't sleepwalk, but I have like in childhood a few times. People that do sleepwalk, though, it blows my mind. I went on a little bit of a video, what's it called? Discovery tour of sleepwalking. Holy crap. Some things you've heard about but can't picture. I can't imagine like operating stuff asleep. That's the craziest thing. That's so intense. Alright. I went to war because I thought it was needed. Guess what? Oh man. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Is everyone like are you, what country are you in, if you don't mind me asking? I am Earthling first. Not naive, I just don't have any horses in the race. Jesus Christ. I just ended up on this planet somehow. What the everyone's for history, like, you know, it's just part of human nature. I think it's like a DNA space race or something. I don't know. I haven't really come up with a decent personal theory, like, to word, because I don't mind. I don't really. I like thinking about all the possibilities because it's pretty dang limitless. As well as like, I guess centering or whatever. Like, I could be deep, deep in the... Oh. I'm an old lady barracuda, but melatonin, that's just asking for even crazier dreams, I feel like. I took melatonin once. I also had to take antihistamines once. I forget why. It was like a nerve thing. I pinched a nerve in my leg. I do not want to disclose how I did that. I will though. I decided I was going to teach myself how to belly dance like a while ago. And no one knew this was occurring. But I guess, forgot what stretching was first and ended up pinching a nerve. It's like 10 years ago, so. Stretch people. Out of chartreuse hackle, and it's really, really tough. If I order some, it'll be like a week. I really need some more fly fishing tourism in my area personally, because then maybe one day someone will open a shop. Still kind of perplexed by not being able to find much anything on fly fishing here, Palm Beach County. We have water. About to bust out the schlappen, but I'm just not. I didn't want to deviate from this just yet. Son of a snatch. Get 2 packs. Barracuda. Yeah, I used to love dreams too. I used to get so stoked, write them down, like try to doodle them. Which, you know, before the term gamified, like, began circulating, I had no way to describe that. So much appreciated to the gaming community for that term, because like the example I always give is like when I'm pulling weeds for just like basic lawn work. Every time I find a snail shell that's 5 points or something like that, it just it keeps your mind like wanting to keep going, especially if you like shells and piling them up. Ends up looking like a sweet like ancient offering bowl, so I just used to throw them by a bucket by the door, which also made a really satisfying sound. Oh, these feathers are going to be the end of me. They're all so different. And it doesn't matter, but just sometimes too. God, just pick one. Frantic at this point. I feel like I'm playing one of those memory games where you flip over something and I'm gonna put glue there because I don't have any of the length I need or would like. Man, I can't get this braid out of my mind. You know, this lad that builds rods has like a rainbow kaleidoscope braid. I forgot to ask what kind of rod it was. I guess I just don't want to be too forward. Oh, good. Definitely losing little bits as the days. Alright, I know this one is going to oh dear Lord. If only I brought my hair dryer. Maybe I can. Wonder if. Okay, maybe. So when it's wet and being pulled through water, that'll really be some good stuff. And the last one had this little concave area, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Let me get some glue. Not cement. I'm not sure what, but not cement. I also forgot my laundry the other day, so I'm down to a stack of pants because Florida elements can get pretty brutal, but God, I'm just sit in them. Sitting in pants is just not a good time. I was talking about that today on the Raymond Thoughts of Mine stream because I feel like there are some things that are unknowable for some people, like the discomfort levels of women's jeans. Excuse me. There's a bucktail I believe I did the chartreuse first, and then the lime, and then the green. Ooh, where's the green? Okay, good. Getting. So for that, I just used Sally Hansen's to give it tack. I can't use the, okay, so can I ask, is this, what would you use for like feather, like feather spines, tails, bucktail? Sometimes I'll hear every now and then that it just like needs, because it has like a bunch of holes, especially the big spines like getting crushed, but some of the glues just dry too fast, and then I end up with a big crystal. But any input's worth more than gold. Oh shoot! Let me grab my other phone, because I don't want to. I'm missing vital info here. Let me grab it. goes the audio. Hey, it looks like a strip a little bit. I did in the video out there. So, chartreuse. I'm really trying not to forget the eyes. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, I'm not sure too about the bottom. Might use like a shorter tuft marabou. Oh, shoot. You know, I keep forgetting that I'm not tying the... It's not bend back, but because that's the hook. But I'm not sure what that technique of tying in the crafter is called, where you tie the bunch in half. Oh, shoot. Give me a side from... Oh, shoot. Yeah, I've been, it's just every single time 9 o'clock rolls around, I've been completely out of it, so I haven't been, in the chat that much. Been slowly trying to get a, hang of things here, and that is going extremely slow, but really knew that was gonna be the case. Because like I said, I mean, a lot of it is tools, and gonna have to maintain the house somehow, so every screw, every drill bit, meticulously. Every time my dad would get back from a job, he would, after a while, like, you know, it wasn't always like that, but his spine was quite broken. He would just throw his tools in a pile. He used to usually be in like a Publix bag of whatever he used that day, because after a while it wasn't like installation or anything, it was just repair and maintenance. Really wish I got some more stories recorded, because I really didn't get any, but it was a true character. If a customer aggravated him, he would charge them $50 aggravation fee. Yeah, I wasn't putting this first clump before. I was doing going straight into the flash, but then looked at fat-fingered fly tires. That site is great. It helps tremendously, because I didn't find the streams really until a few months in. I was watching a lot. Oh, shoot. I was watching a lot of shorts and that kind of stuff, but I know a lot of Lefty Cray stuff. Pretty much anything I could find saltwater. I forgot the feathers. Holy trucks. Why do I keep doing that? Because I don't pull them out. Oh. So maybe I'll just go in with a thinner one. Shoot. I mean, did I get it? Yeah, alright. It should be life fine enough. I did kind of want to bring it down further than the last ones. Just see how that goes. Fine so far. Yeah, I can't wait to during the I mean, I've been staying up so dang late, so I've been missing Dave's streams and Ruben's streams. And Crappy Man streams. Those streams are great. The Ruben and Crappy Man, they remind me of old school PBS a lot. Like really wholesome streams. Feel good streams. I like chicken noodle soup. I mean, there's obviously a lot of fly tying channels, and I'll tell you what, it's like some of the greatest people from every corner of the world. It's such a dang near fail-safe way to see like I don't know, really good stuff made by good people. Alright. Just trying so hard not to forget the others. And this time, for this orange here, I'll try to find a spot with perhaps more collected tips, because my last one was a little scraggly, and it's such a beautiful color. I don't want to waste. And then they're long, nice and long. Maybe I could try to save the end bits for a jig or something. Hey, Donna. No, Victoria's not a kid. She's what's it called? What? I can't stand this new world. Like, I never ever mean to, like, she's Cajun. I don't mean that anything by that or anything, but I don't even know what I mean by that. Like, really, really cool people, so, I'm sorry, I'm so fascinated by the goats. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. I had a pet pig for 5 years, and that pig was the best friend I've ever had. So, goats were one of the things I really wanted to get to be where I was prepared to be able to have, because you can't just have one. I mean, that's about all I know about them, unfortunately. But they're one of the most entertaining. Like, there's some animals that just seem like they have a sense of humor, Like, but the Cajun accent is one of the most. Same thing with the Pennsylvania Dutch accent. There's some accents that are just really interesting. Wish hear more of. For some reason, I'm just really not good at the fibers, the thinner ones, I think, because I really don't want to pull that off. Because when it's wet, it looks very nice, but I think next time I should pinch from the, after getting the fluff out, pinch from the top too. Maybe it's a little long. Oh, shoot. I meant to do that a long time ago. And I can always remove, like, if it like, nobody wants it or something. It's just at least because, like, sometimes I don't see things, and then, like, at least people have a chance to just, like, remove it. Because I'm, like, one of the, I'm not easy to offend, I guess. I'm not bragging or anything. It is what it is. So, like, removing, like, comments and stuff is really for, like, y'all's comfort and stuff. Because a lot of times I miss all that. Because I am learning, just learning live. Would not have been able to get this. Oh, for the goats? Oh, well, I'm not, I'm not eating like this. I think the loss of pride in our food has been a huge mistake for our country. Like farmers and that, like, when like most of the population like can't conceptualize like how farmers run. I could barely conceptualize how farmers is run because you gotta be like, a freaking scientist. So I feel like there's going to be a resurgence in like the appreciation of that stuff, though. I've already seen it popping up in a lot of ways. Alright, so I'm gonna throw some of this. I'm not gonna forget the gold this time. Yeah, pretty much everybody that comes via fly tying is some of the most talented, wise, and like real people I've ever met. Like Flycraft's a granite. He works in a granite quarry. And shoot, God, I hate how fried my brain is and like I can't remember anything. But I hate saying the one guy, but I gotta say the one guy. And I forgot what his wife does. It was some like idyllic, like reinstilled faith in like, you know, modern times. He's like a railroad worker or railroad human being. I think she's like a teacher or something. I can't remember, but you see so much doom and gloom online, especially like one day maybe I could try to screen record my recommended videos. It'd be interesting to see what like videos are served up to people, because mine is a dystopian disco, I'll tell you what. Oftentimes, literally, I do listen to a lot of disco. It's one of my favorite genres. I don't know what it is about it. Like Donna Summers, Bee Gees. I need a ward. Is everybody hanging out? Oh god. I don't mean to laugh, y'all. I really don't. But you have to realize how like shitty the last few months of my life has been. So it's the darndest things are. I don't mean to. I'm not like laughing, but I don't know that. Hope everyone could live, laugh, and love. I'm gonna do just 4 strands of this glorious gold. Man, I'm so stoked about those freaking gold pheasant tip bits. I didn't have no 15 bucks for a pinch of feathers, and I've been really, really wanting to get some bait fish or reef fish done, the fish here, and I really wanted the tippets for that, for scrimps, for everything. wish I left the hair longer, maybe. Because I'd rather be able to trim it after the fact. But this stuff is pretty nice. Sometimes it's on. I used to have a teacher that, and I used the same, I jacked the line from her. Oh wait, oh, never mind. Yeah, I don't know what to think about anything. So, free for all. Mosh pit. I wish I had the balls to enter those back in the day. I didn't, but I got elbowed right in the face once. Standing too close. It looks scraggly now, but when it's under the stuff expands. Is everyone happy chappies? Get it? Can I come back? Can I come back? I'm just kidding. One of my friends, she used to fight with her boyfriend a lot, and I would just run essentially, hide for a bit. Okay, I'm just needed to sign that enough is enough. Taper that down, son. It's like locked by an angle. This is for Lake Osborne, so this will be lost immediately, probably. When it's wet. So I'm gonna go at the line. Is it? From Bruce? Every time I look at it, I assume it's gonna be a different. I think I'm probably, yeah, probably definitely one of the, because everyone I know are Floridians, so I am one of the only, like, non-confrontational people that I know, and, yeah, like, even if I got an argument with someone, within 5 minutes, they're getting a meme or a song. I don't know why. I do know why. Life is extremely short, and every day it gets shorter. Really liking this one. I think y'all disagree. I'm not a bad person, alright, but I think the adrenaline is has as hell. What's that? Haven't left the house in a few weeks, and I'm like, I'm green. Gotta keep reminding myself about the eyes and that I'm not doing the craft for. Is that a bulkhead? Oh dear, is that a bulkhead? I gotta look that up like pretty immediately. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of red there, red marabou. And then the eyes. Or should I use flash? Hey. Could try. And I'm not a good authority figure by any means. Oh, yeah. Don't need that many though. Or much. Oh, it's perfect. I'm so stoked to have this pearlescent red. I have red, but it's that proper metallic. Okay, way too many. Oop. I think I pulled too many out, but we'll see. Ow! Son of a snap. I'll look up here in a second. I think I do notice that this pearlescent is slightly more coarser or rigid than the other stuff that I have thus far. Oop. Flycraft, how's your night going? Walked in on a party and a half, probably at this point. I do want to try to keep it like narrow because sometimes I have it sticking too far out. Now, ow. For the eyes, I think I should maybe add the green first since it's such a small amount. Or I should add the eyes and add the green on top, probably. Try it. Cheers. Cheers there, Ron. That spot you were at today was sick. The water was really clear. Okay, I'll do the green first. Oop, shoot. Very small amount is all that's needed here. Thankfully, because man, I really enjoy this combination. Chartreuse, lime, and then the grass green, forest green. I'm just guessing based on crayon colors. And on the craft, well, the ice laser dub, jeez, I'll do the bump your heads, which I'm really excited for because a lot of the fish have these kind of rectangular, squarish, or very wide, rounded heads. That feather, one in water will be fine. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna add the black real quick too. Oh, sweet. Please talk about food. Plate of wood. So mullet run right now. They're in the waterways. There's so many questions I have about that. I've heard about my whole life. Like, you could stand by any body of water and a random dude holding a beer will walk up and ask if you're ready for the mullet run. peacock and ostrich hurl. Block it? No, no one gets blocked. I quite like freedom of speech a lot. And do not be fooled. I also enjoy every human emotion, especially rage. Which been trying to get some more activities. Keep my mind active outside. Something more rewarding than snail shells. The BB gun's really fun. I really want to visit a friend of mine. Known for a long time, just you know, local area and somewhat same times and places, people. But gonna go and fire some creations. And get some scrap metal shavings for resin art. Why did I do that? And I have a lot of glitter. Anytime I find old glitter, I'll pick it up for resin. But I really don't buy it. It's also very expensive. So I really like using Brace's metal shavings. And the stuff looks really, really sick with it. It's like metal glitter. That'll be everything. Whatever you would use to make like all kinds of parts and stuff. That's BDS Fabrication. Oh shit. Here in South Florida. Oh yeah. We are freaking a dying breed, but still wanna film what I can. It's pretty difficult to get what I want on film being like shy and shit. I'm just gonna squeegee that in there. Okay. Peacock Hurl Party. Is there a party here yet? I wish I could connect words, but I can't even think. And I'm not even gonna try to for a good while. I don't mean to be like rude or like dismissive or anything. I just wish I was being more helpful. But also this bait fish is coming out pretty sweet and pretty blissed out on that. And I'm nearsighted, so I physically can't see the comments. want to see if a buddy of mine wants to use part of this room to make stuff. A lot of people don't have space to work, and that was always my issue. And very few people were gracious enough to let me use a part of their abode to just chaos out with craft supplies. And I would like to also have a space for people and to come fish Florida, so then could go to like the pier, the shoreline, or out the inlets, and then if ill prepared could always come back and like tie some stuff, and then like, you know, and it'll just be like an open door policy type thing. Just make a communal spot. That's how this house always was. That's why the back room looks like a bar. Just gonna go like that. Help that hurl feel a little more secure. Party yet? Yeah, I like it. Okay. It's really getting there. Took a year. Well, it'll be a year in November exactly. I think November 11th or something like that. GSPP. But yeah, if I miss anything, like message or comment wise, feel free to message me on Messenger, Instagram, or email even, which is brucepeachvintage@gmail.com. Stupid ass feather. Yeah. Okay. So let me put some varnish up here. Or should I say Sally Hansen's? I'll get those little bits off later. And I do want to do one of those tandem hooks. Or, I don't know if tandem's the right word, but the ones with the hook attached. Dang it, I poked a peacock curl out of it, but that's fine. So there's like one little, start poking. And when that's dry, I'll get it wet. Glue on my hands getting stuck. Ooh. Shaking like a dog shit in razor blades. That's the lyrics. It's one of my favorite songs in like 5th grade. Favorite bands in general. every few years I just like nostalgia trip hard on old school Alkaline Trio. There's a few other ones that. Yeah, Peacock Bass. And I keep meaning to find some yellow hackles too, and like bright yellow. Maybe schlappen. Maybe it's time to move on to schlappen. But for fire tiger, and it kind of it's almost like a peacock tiger or something. Because fire tiger was the original goal, and it just kept going into this like almost rainbow. I still really want to do a hurricane one, which really is just rainbow. But let me get it wet. So now, my personal next step, if I were to like call one at this very second, would be getting to know the proportions better. Because now I got the color combination I really like. And a bunch of fishable bait fish. But on kind of a mission to find a good thing that I could remake at all times or any time. And the proportions and like angles and when to add what like what's it the like when you're adding the bucktail, how far each layer should extend over the other. Wow, I just really like the how the colors bleed together on these. Thank you, Victoria, for saying about the dumbbells. There's a few things that I just like I haven't figured out. Like eyes haven't been using much of on some of these. I want to get that bulkier head down because I think if tied like that, it'll also leave some empty spaces for eyes. Goggle eye is another bait fish that I really want to try to imitate, mainly due to their goggle eyes. It'll be really fun to use some big ol' eyes. Catholicism. I was born Catholic. I started going to a Vajrayana Buddhism center when I was in 5th grade, just walking to it by myself. And just from there, studied and looked at, not studied, but just looked at and stayed open-minded to any religion, school of thought, practice, anything. Obviously, like, you have your, because I really tried to, like, at least be aware of every possible human direction, because to me, humans are a super organism and we're like running every possibility or something, but that's like in a dreamy sense. My inner feeling is a little darker than that. Like it's a space race because of the calamities and the larger seasons. So, one moment. I needed a big cup tonight. What is the ESV? Oh, English Standard Version, is that? Could be totally wrong. I just got a free Bible in the mail. There's a lot of free, like, religious texts, if you will. I have a few of them. If I see a thing that says, give us your address and we'll send you a free book, I say, okay, I'll be real. Please don't get me that way. But I think it's the Catholic Bible. It has the Apocrypha in it, which is really interesting, in my opinion. I really like the, it's getting there. Which, the only complaint I have, I want to add more, here. Like, or I should have done it kind of like a Klauser maybe, or half and half. Regardless, happy chappy on this guy here. Let's zoom out for a second. Not too sure. I'm really antsy for that laser dub to come here. I have some really bright colors of it, but I just want to wait until the black gets here. Ooh, feather. I have to break out the schlappen. Oh, that's right. Well, anyways, it's 3:12 in the morning here in Southeast Florida, which pretty nice. Trying to get into fall, and finally grabbed my scrap bucket. Trying to be better at putting stuff back as I go. And I've been looking for storage bins for a lot of things, like especially hand tools and stuff. Trying to make everything accessible, because it's really an awful experience when you need something and have it and can't find it. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite. I kind of want to try to tie one of these. But tie it on a short shank. These high ties. I know there's something else called a high tie, but it's referred to as a high tie in the saltwater pattern book that I have. I really just wanted to tie this as old school pattern, kind of give it a go, and I wasn't too sure on the sparseness or anything. Didn't have high hopes. It looks magnificent in water. It is so lifelike. It tapers perfectly, and how it moves. It moves like a calm bait fish. Oh, right on, Mike. Cheers. I'm in Southeast Palm Beach County. I'm dying to shrimp, or like real bad. I know about this time of year, Boynton Inlet during our outgoing tide, shining a light to see their eyes and scooping them up. But that's about all I know with that. And I've only been to St. Augustine 3 times, and pretty dang briefly each time, but never got to stop in Palatka for more than a second. And there's that huge, like, I don't know if it's a bay or a lake, but I saw, like, one day I was like a postcard. There was a bunch of like shrimping. That's what they said that they were doing. Or someone said that they were doing their shrimping. And the houses along the waterline of this lake or bay were just, it was a postcard. Wee. Pretty similar color combination except reverse. But yeah, I'm still working out there. I want to try to figure out a way to stream out there, but oh my gosh, it is hell. It's my dad left a mess, that's for sure. I guess I would too, but like my mountains of paintings. There's a few paintings that I might I don't know if list is the right direction, but they're just like ideal fishing spots or something, so I feel like keeping it in this realm. And really nice paintings. I don't know what to do with them, and there's not enough wall space for all of that, and so many just random types of objects that it's difficult. So I found these quaint little bottles which were perfect for put Dave's flies on them. David's. Hey, Appalachia Ben. Is there a lake in Ormond, like Lake Ormond? I love the juxtaposition of the conversation. Zero judgment. I'm just observed. Panama. Things are getting really wild right now. And I want to go on one of those freighter cruises, but you need a passport. But the passport like offices are all backed up, and it's intense. And like the Department of Defense is now the Department of War, or not yet, but it's like, you know, it wants to be or something. I don't know. I overheard it briefly. Jesus Christ, we got Space Force and the Department of War. It's like, make everything intense. But, you know, life is short, and like, being on planet Earth is mysterious and marvelous enough that beyond, it's probably the perfect size. That's not a safe place. No more department. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. It seems like I'm curious as if there is a why the prompt was. horror so bad. No, it's feeling very early 2000s. Like, I recently moved back into my childhood home, which is wild enough, but I don't know, kind of like puts you in a nostalgia space and just like all the just brutal reality that's mine right now. But so I've been listening to a lot of like the music I listened to in middle school, which thankfully I have flawless taste in music, so I'm just kidding. Believe me, I'm just kidding. But and it's just wild. I'm like, Jesus, this it just it feels like the same, like pretty cool cup. They're like early 60s. Can't remember. I looked it up a long time ago because I initially grabbed it from someone's just stuff that they were going to be donating. So then I got first dibs. And I was going to throw it on eBay after a while, but I ended up giving it to my parents one year. For like crafting and collecting, I haven't had to buy a gift in a really long time. But anytime I give somebody a gift, it's usually handmade. Yeah, I listen to pretty much everything. Like I mean, I'll be totally honest. Like the ICP Joker cards, I was there. Okay. I also listened to Pinback, Elliott Smith, and Hank Williams Sr. and did a lot of disco, which still to this day. I think one of the first bands that I remember like consciously liking and was like, whoa, yeah. More of this is like B-52s and like Talking Heads and D-Light, but I'm talking like I was really really young, and then discovered screamo music. So I really liked Thursday. I still do. I got to see him a few years ago, and it was ideal. But Pinback, I haven't listened to Pinback since I was like 2 feet tall. Well, maybe not 2 feet tall, maybe like 4 feet tall, and they're still heavily a favorite. In fact, I just got a shirt off eBay. I never find their shirts online, and every now and then, like when I do, it'll be like $200. But found one, liked it, and got an offer for 25. And it's one of the line drawing ones, which they're just really quaint. You know, that is my time period, so I am fond of a good band shirt. Alright. I don't wear them all the time, and I might keep them in a stack of more of like a collection. Appalachia Band, out of curiosity, do you remember what you used to listen to? I remember Senses Fail, Thursday. Um, I don't know if Atreyu was, like, I think they were like, I forget what that genre is called, but that first album still goes so great. Self-Deletion and Butterfly Kisses is the album. Was not it, but YouTube speak. And Alkaline Trio, but they're not emo either. But man, I've been on an Alkaline Trio kick these last few days. I wish someone could read the Bible to me. I'll be totally honest. I like reading, but anything written in like old, I have a really really hard time focusing to begin with. Like it takes me 2 or 3 times to read a page to fully absorb it, and that's one reason why I write it down as I go. I do have a Discord. I believe it's in if I post the link, I don't think it'll be clickable. But I think it is in the, let me see, channel description. Yes, it is. Yeah, I watch a lot of like Bible study lectures and stuff of people discussing it, but like um as far as like uh reading pages with my own eyes, I've tried many times, and I like discussing it with people more because I feel like I learn more, or retain more. Because some things like, you know, I end up setting it down, and then the next thing you know, I'm like sorting beads or something, not sure how I got there, and lost and confused. No, just kidding. But yeah, my aunt, which she's not really my aunt, she's my godmother, but she's really interesting to talk to, because I like patterns and stuff, and that's why I refer to it as comparing notes. Like, for a long time, I was volunteering at an apostolic church, and it's a Jamaican community, and and then like before that, like I used to go to pretty much any denomination just out of curiosity, and just like because I wander around a lot. I'm always looking for trinkets on the side of the road, so if something's happening and the door's unlocked, shoot, I'll just wander in and sit for a second. I'm shy. I'm not like that, but yeah, I'll walk into it. Mama. Oh, very cool. Yeah, let me look at sit. Yeah. The Kirpan, that's right. I just forgot what y'all's daggers are called. That's too cool. That's the thing. I like really. I like differences way more than I like similarities. Like if there was two groups of people and one group of people were like, and I had to choose like what table to sit at. One group of people like were dressed like you know what I mean. Were more like me, I guess, and then the other people were like polar opposite. Like I'd probably go to the polar opposite table. I like the differences. Learn more that way, or else it's like I don't know. I've never been able to put it into words right without sounding like some type of way. But there's so many different ways to like exist, but also like think. And I change the way I think multiple times a day. I just said that I changed my opinion more than I changed clothes. I used to change clothes a lot. I used to sell vintage, so I would have piles of the stuff everywhere. It would be really sick to do like uh I don't want to use the word religion, because like some people, especially in America, like where either their parents would be really religious and they're themselves not religious, but everybody has some form of inner like belief structure, maybe. And so I don't know what to refer to that as. So just like schools of thought or thought patterns, I don't know. But anything goes. Like, I remember when I was younger, Mark Twain was pretty sweet, but there was this one passage that bugged me out. He's like visiting Hawaii or something, and Hawaii, and he was looking at Hawaiians, and he's like, oh, they're like I forget, complimenting them highly, but it's a shame that they don't know like this, because then they're gonna not but there wasn't like Wi-Fi back then. I know that's like the most idiotic, like ignorant thing to say, but it's a big plane and there's people every single inch of it, and if only like some people were like given some form of knowledge, but no one else, that would be like picking favorites, which I would think that rather all the messages would be given to all the peoples, but in whatever language that they would understand, whether it be like actual language or symbolically. And like the patterns are undeniable, or the correlations rather. And then there's like things that get like absorbed into to other things. I think one reason why I'm really into Pennsylvania is William Penn himself and his promise of freedom of religion, and the Braucherei there that still speak one of the oldest like dialects of German still spoken. It was complementary, like folk magic, so it was never like like practices that are disfiguring or anything like that. So they never had to seize it as a combination of like Native American, all the different sects of Christianity, because that's a big point. There was no slaves and no prisons. I can't remember if there's prisons or not, but I know like if you committed a crime, then you were subject to labor, and like it was successful. It was one of the only successful utopias, right? Like technically, I'm not 100% sure if that's right, but I think he was considered a utopian, and he's one of the only ones that actually actualized his utopia on paper into our like, and yeah, so that's why I say William Penn 2028, he's got my vote. If someone makes me vote, that's exactly what I'm going to do, write in and put fucking William Penn. Oh. They're up to the... Tie the needles. Yeah, every individual has a worldview that they've been taught and have developed over time, the older they become. Yeah. And it's really fascinating to be able to like access so many different ways to think. Because before, like, if you kind of deviated from your group or tribe, like, it's all the same, you're kind of ostracized. Like those differences in beliefs, when else has it been celebrated or has had the potential to be celebrated until like recently? Besides in Pennsylvania, I'm sure there's more places like that where there is freedom of religion. It would be nice to know. Good night. Oh, good night, Victoria. Um, I still do think that it's like a space race, and then in between every catastrophe, the elite bloodline, they're the oldest bloodlines, retreat back into the rocks. There's biblical stories that back that up too, I think. I don't know. Certain things I have no idea what I'm talking about. Most things I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I like talking about them alone in my room, apparently, to y'all. I wish I could hear y'all's voice. I really do. I wish it was more like a Zoom call or something, or a like a voice chat. Man, I got some bags under my eye. I haven't been going outside. It's just the rain and staying up too late and doing all this tedious organizing that I've been completely wiped out. But I got a little slice of paradise, which is this desk here. And it's getting nice and cool because just haven't had much energy for the water itself, which is a total drag. But not complaining, because if I don't have the energy for one thing, I have a lot of hobbies and things I have to like do, tedious things, so I just do something else. I do resale, and pretty soon I'm sure I'll be selling plants again. So I don't really have a schedule. Instead of a 9 to 5, it's a 24/7. But I like that. I always wanted a salvage yard, you know, something like that. I really, really like byproducts, if that makes sense. Which nowadays there's a huge respect for that, like you know, using recycled fabric, which that's been around for forever. But there's certain things that just that come back and hard. Yes, I'm okay, George. Essentially, just make noise. I'm trying to get back into it though. It's brutal though, cause when I get the little callus, the thread sticks to my fingertips. It's so gnarly feeling. But I could really only play early 2000s like songs. Like I know, like the stuff that I remember, like, cause I was always too shy to play in front of people or play with people or anything like that. But I used to, and my mom could back this up. We were talking about it today, in fact. I used to steal my dad's beer and cigarettes and bring my guitar to the square downtown, and that's where the people that currently did not have homes and also had alcoholism, but hearts of gold and stories that I would have never. So, like, starting age like 14 or 15, I would go and bring my, and I did this for years, and like I started across the street from the library, and just listened to stories for hours about everything. It was wild, because like you have to realize too, like back in the day, I don't know about today, because people have a lot of like anger, like fear and desperation raging through them, but back in the day, pretty safe. And you know, I do know the dude that lives under Blue Heron Bridge, real chill. They have a pulse. I mean, they exist on the pulse of whatever town you live in, whatever area you're in. They exist directly on the pulse. If you need any information, they're really shouldn't be disrespected, because like anybody could end up in that situation, which is obvious. But yeah. They're like, yeah. I was gonna say wizards, but I didn't know if that was insensitive, so. Because I don't mean to be. Hello, George. I used to have Telegram. That shit traumatized me. I didn't really know how to find channels. I don't remember what any of that was called. It's wild how the change is pretty dang immediate for fall here. Like, today I had the biggest, pinkest sunset ever. Right on Appalachian. I'm trying to get my. I got a banjo before I moved out, but I never got it fixed. I just need new tuning knobs for it. My great grandma was a banjo master, whatever that entails. She passed away when I was 1, so I really don't know too much about her other than stories. How's your night, George? But now that this is my grandparents' house, and then my parents bought it from them forever ago, and I think 3 generations have, which, get that's a rarity. I had to fight for years to like try to convince my parents to not sell it when all the houses were being bought up on these streets, because would have nothing. And so I'm trying to get it fixed up, get the boat looked at to see what I need to start acquiring for that, because I really don't know where to start. And I'm not gonna touch it without like at least having someone near that does. And thankfully, Southeast Florida, a lot of boat people. And then in that back corner, I already got a few like crucibles picked out, because I want to start melting the lead that I find swimming, so could try to make stuff with that. And I also want to, a long time ago on the Ties Flies stream, he had these, it wasn't Bavaria, but he got this package from somebody on the other side of the world, and the hooks had weight on the eyes themselves, and like a donut. Hey, King Dubba, or King Dubs. I hope Raymond and Dad Mode does more streams. I guess maybe I just missed the last ones, because I actually found both of their channels on my recommended separately. It's wild when I find a channel and then like it's linked with, because there's so many like ecosystems almost, and like communities end up like happening out of nowhere, just like that game of life or what have you. But oh, I was cackling. I was straight up like evil laugh, choking on air. Just, I really love hearing people talk that agree about a lot of stuff, and then all of a sudden don't agree at all. Like, I'm not talking about this with you. It's so human. It's so real. And like it's a breath of filter-free fresh air, because like people do get caught up. I'm a people pleaser, like at heart. I really am. I have a bad habit of like I didn't go to debate or anything, but I have a bad habit of playing devil's advocate in basic conversations. And it's really to find the middle ground because there's so many different ways to think about something. And jaded. You can't believe anything. You have to like form your own opinion at all times about everything. Or else you're gonna end up ordering something off the menu you don't even like, you know? No. It reminded me a lot of how like it is talking to my friends like in real life. It's exactly that. Like I'm not one to judge. I never did, but you know, I went and defended someone and realized that I could be fine with how like people could think whatever they want, but not everyone's fine with like people that they know thinking whatever they want. It's like a debate at all times, and it's, it's it was yeah, a little nostalgic. Are you on Discord, George? I need to get my. I have to find an external hard drive. Every single thing I have moves so slow. There's so much media that I just am not very good at managing, and I always run out of what's it called? Man, I look tired. But I always run out of memory, and and also I had to cut my hair. I got a huge clump of resin in my hair, right? And I didn't know until I walked outside to check the mail, and I smelt it. And then I felt it, and it was hot, hard resin in my hair. So now I've got hair in my face at all times. It's driving me nuts. And like in hindsight, I feel like I heard it too, like like ice or something. No, but yeah. Here, let me run out real quick to an unrelated room. Sounds like morning, but it's not quite there. It got chilly in here. So I still haven't figured out how to get these tubes in the cord, and I butchered a lot of cord. Trying. God, I need sun so bad. I haven't been like doing much of anything physical, and I feel it. That's why I gotta stay active, I swear. As soon as, like, I take, like, a week where I'm not doing much active, like, I mean, I'm talking even pulling weeds in the yard, anything physical, I feel like giving up, quite frankly. But I'll do that. I got a new light too, I have to set up, but I'm not sure where. It's pretty neat. It's a nail UV light, but it comes with 2 lights, and they magnet together. And then you have, so you can do dual-sided. It's like 25 bucks, and it was on sale for, I think, 20 or something. The only downside is that it does have 2 cords, but it's what it is. I'm just not sure where to put it. I don't want it, like, in my frame of vision. And I was going to try to put it in a box or something. Because UV light constantly, no bueno. So I haven't really made any decisions on that. I gotta get the rest of the furniture inside. Man, I gotta go out to that garage, but it's hell. I have made it such a small dent. It's ridiculous. But finally starting to sell some lamps and stuff. But yeah, I just cannot focus for the life of me. I forgot what I was supposed to do tomorrow, and I feel like it's important. I now have to take new passport pictures. I found it goes out of Baltimore, and it's 7 days, so that is highly doable. 30 days is a little extensive, and 180 days is certainly extensive. It might have been 80 days. But there's not a lot of them that I could find. There's one that goes out of Tampa, but I couldn't find much information on it. And I like the idea of cruises, but that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm honestly looking for something that is a room in the middle of the ocean so I could focus long enough to finish reading a book. And that book is The Atlantic Ocean in the Age of Sail, which I've tried to start like 80 times. I got it for like $2 on eBay, but I haven't been able to focus at all. But man, there's not much to do on a cargo ship, so ideal. That is what I call strategy. You know, I when I lived in I actually briefly lived in the apartment back there before it was destroyed, and I was sleeping too much. I was just sleeping in and stuff, so I threw away the bed and got an army cot. I tell that story a lot, but because it's a good example. Like, I will gladly trade comfort for just a little bit more effectiveness, because I have no like I have problems getting started. A lot of things. I've hard time getting out of bed and that kind of stuff. And I'll if I don't immediately get up after I wake up, I'll like instantly enter another sleep schedule and then wake up hours later. Real down about that. But like stuff like that. It's just figuring out your own temperament, I guess. But or your own cheat sheet. But on that note, I am hoping to finish at least clearing the pool table off tomorrow. I'm gonna get some storage bins. My buddy found some in their garage. I'm gonna get some of those, and then I'll have one for plumbing and one for electrical, and then I'll go from there in the future, figuring out what all the little things are, because some of them are quite just nice. Like the different things to connect, they're all like mechanical in one way or another, like twisting something to lock it in place. And the Electrical stuff especially. Because plumbing stuff, that stuff I could pretty much guesstimate through, but the electrical stuff is like alien technology, I'll be real. Electrical is not mundane by any means. That is one of the closest fields that we have to wizardry. You know? Like, if I had balls, I'd be an electrician. But, you know, it's very dangerous, so you need that extra grounding. So, because, yeah. Another thing I thought, like, as out of trades, that would be, like, possible, but also maybe even quite satisfying is, fire sprinklers and roofs. I always wanted to see that, how those are put in. Because they're very important, that's for sure. See them everywhere. And one of my old phones, I used to have like 1,000 pictures of sprinklers and inside sprinklers, because they'd be like star shapes and stuff like that where there's slight variations. You take enough pictures and put them together. It's quite artistic. So power in numbers. Like hanging a bunch of hammers on the wall turns it into art somehow. But household electrical is pretty easy. Basically, it's color coded. Well, like, I really do want to learn some, at least, like the colors, like how to read things, and like electrical charts. Last time my dad's friend was here working on the AC, was going by chart, and in a way, and a part of what he was doing. Unfortunately, like most of my dad's friends, it's not the easiest like to get information from them, cause so I have a hard time following. Which, you know, no judgment there. I forgot to put the mic on. Anyway, so I'm gonna force myself to sleep early and not listen to the. I started moving on to the next like era, I guess, of music. It's crazy how long I've been on this planet, I guess. There's so many like musical phases that it's been kind of a treat. And like there's a few of Montreal songs and Portugal the Man and Animal Collective. There's so many like these little like micro eras of genres and stuff. That's pretty. There's somebody else though that I haven't been able to remember. Yola Tango I still listen to a lot. If y'all do like music, Yola Tango is really good. They're just like very chill, good like nighttime car ride music. Like indie music if that's your. And but I really like I like chill music, but for the most part, unfortunately, I wish I liked chill music primarily. I like things that are really fast, like Hella. I always wish there was more music like Hella. Hella, the drummer sounds like a drum machine, like an electronic drum machine, and it's Hella, Hella. And if you look up biblical violence, that is a prime example. But I like that really fast, like disorganized thought, like sound. 'Cause that's I like fast stuff. There's also this Vocaloid song that I found that's a good example of like I guess a time that I wish I knew more songs that had. And I do like reggaeton a lot. Early 2000s reggaeton. I do not speak Spanish yet. I would like to a lot one day when I can afford the 80-day cargo ship cruise. I will, maybe get, Rosetta Stone and, or is it Babbel now is the go-to language. But I miss iTalki a lot. They changed it too much. And same thing with Tandem, but Tandem still has the voice rooms or the voice chats, which is nice. Sometimes when something extreme is happening in a certain part of the world and you're curious by it, you can set the language on Tandem to that language and then go to the parties and there'll be like voice chats of people in that country or learning that language, and 9 times out of 10 there'll be quite a few people in that country of God, forgot this is Man, it sucks not being able to sleep because I'm not tired at all. The UNGA, oh dear, what's that? The UN, dear Lord. Yeah, I better watch that. Southern Life, I know, I'm rambling a little bit. Only because I'm about to skedaddle. I keep staying up too late, and it's already 4. And wondering why I'm not getting out the door the next day. It's really just, you know. But, I'm not complaining at the same time. I just haven't been getting out and about. Just tinkering and organizing, but not complaining. Anyways, happy trails, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully I could get up a little earlier. And feel free to, if there's any patterns that you've recommend, sometimes I just straight up don't know what to tie. And I would say I'm out of chartreuse hackle feathers, so I'll probably make or tie the barjack coloring tomorrow and try to get that a little bit more barjacky. And I have gray of that Senyo, so I'll use that for the head. Gray, and then maybe some of that yellow for the belly. Anyways, happy trails, y'all. Love y'all. Have a golden evening and morning. And yeah, any recommendations, more than appreciated.